So if you're clicking on this video, you have probably struggled with lust and you're figuring out how to defeat lust. As a young man growing up, you get these hormones, you start to figure out your sexuality, you start to figure out all this stuff. You're in 5th grade, your boys are like, yo, check this video out. You're curious, so you go check it out. And then you figure out, whoa, this is cool. The first time you do it, it's the best thing you've ever done. You're like, wow, what is this new superpower? And then next thing you know, you're in high school, you're doing it twice a day because you just can't handle that dopamine and you can't handle not doing it. Your realistic vision on women completely goes away. It's just like, if she doesn't have a big booty and big, she's not the one. She doesn't look good. You're tired every day. You realize, you can't wake up early no more. You're not productive. You're not ready to tackle life because all that energy was already released. I have struggled with lust all my life, and so have most men. Most men struggle with lust. It's part of growing up. It's part of like your journey as a man, and most men will die struggling with lust. In my recent religious journey, I've learned to overcome lust, and it is still a challenge till this day, which is why I'm making this video. In my recent journey of overcoming lust, I have noticed my energy levels and my productivity levels, they have skyrocketed like crazy. If you guys are wondering, first of all, if this is worth it, if fighting this feeling is worth it, you're seeing so much opinion. Some are saying it's BS, some are saying it's magic. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is the most life-changing thing I've done. I've gone the longest I ever have in my life without doing it, and my energy being directed towards my work, my energy being directed towards my physique, my purpose as a man, my connection with God has never been stronger. Once I started learning to defeat lust with purpose, that's when I truly gave it up. If you're just doing it for like a streaky thing or, oh, I just want to say, no, you're probably going to fail. But once you start to do it with purpose, that's when things will change. I recently went over a big change in my life. I'm not going to go into it, but something big happened in my life that really woke me up. And I was like, okay, it is time to work as hard as I can. It is time to give it everything I've got. And that also means giving up lust. That also means not looking at women in that way, not, doing it. You guys know what I'm talking about. And just directing all of that energy into my work, my physique, and my relationship with God. Once I started to give myself purpose and a reason, that's when I truly gave it up. I have no feeling to do it right now. Now, my trigger was going into the shower. That's when I'm just gonna get mad personal with you guys, but that's why you guys clicked the video. My trigger was going into the shower. That's when my cue would be like, all right, it's time to do it, because you're naked, that would be my trigger. And then sometimes before bed. That's most people's triggers, before bed, because you can't fall asleep, you're stressed, all of that, and doing it, it releases that stress. I found solutions to it, right? The first thing I did was completely fill up my schedule to where I can't even take a 15-minute shower without immediately having to get out and get to work. With the bed stuff, what I've also done was started to work out twice a day and release my caffeine intake so that I'm genuinely super tired by the time I go to bed. Because when you're up and you try to go to bed, that's when it really starts to chase you. That's when it's like, that's the only way I can get tired. Because you get that post feeling that you're like that's when it's like you do it. But if you just don't allow yourself to feel awake, that's when you're not going to do it. So you need to look in between your life to figure out what things you can take out and then what things you can add to help deal with the feeling of wanting to do it. Another thing that truly helped you was my spiritual journey. For you, it could be meditating. For me, I personally believe in God, so my relationship with God. I started to recognize that He's always watching me, and I started to live my life with that vision. So when I'm doing it, I'm guilty because He's watching me, and it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right, but it definitely doesn't feel right when you feel like eyes are on you. So I started to live my life with that vision that He's always watching me, and I shouldn't live my life against his way. Obviously, I'm a human and you're human, and you will mess up, especially when you're first starting. I have. I probably will in the future. I'm not going in with that mindset, but I probably will in the future. Don't condemn yourself if you mess up. Don't, oh man, I messed up. I'm bad. I'm so sorry. Feel the guilt, but don't condemn yourself. It's okay. Try again. Go harder next time. Just do that, because then if you keep condemning yourself, you're going to feel the guilt more and more, and then you're just going to hate yourself, and you don't want to do that. The point here is to love yourself so much that you're redirecting that energy and making yourself the most productive, best version of yourself. So strengthening my relationship with God has completely overturned everything. It's probably the thing that changed the most. The next thing I also did was I made a list of why not to do it. When I feel like doing it, I go. And I like to make myself in competition. So I put quotes of things people have said to me that has belittled me. So one says, I just don't feel it anymore. And that's when I'm like, it brings me back. I'm like, lock in. You're not going to be better if you do it right now. You need to be better. So write down things. Also, one of them, it says, you won't be dominant in life. I want to be a dominant person in life. I want to be the guy that walks into the room and everybody stares. You give off that energy when you don't do it. You give off that energy because you can tell when somebody's doing it. Like, I don't know, if maybe the pheromones in the air or something, but you can tell when somebody's like an avid, you know what I'm talking about. You can tell. So that's one. Mine is you are glad when you don't. So when I don't and I fight the feeling, I feel glad. I'm excited. I'm happy. So yeah, that's what I do. And I also put the quotes, like, some stuff that people have said to me that made me feel bad. I write them down. And I'm like, I don't want to feel like that. I don't want people to tell me those things. So I wrote those things down. I will say this right off the bat. You're not perfect. You're going to mess up. And this journey, I know you clicked on this video for this reason. This journey that you're going through, it's a hard one, but you are already ahead of many people because you're taking action and you're choosing to research this topic. So for that, I condemn you. I am very proud of you, and I believe in you. So comment down below if you have any struggles. I want to address them. I want to be there for you. So if you have anything that I haven't spoke about in this video, comment that below, and I would love to address that topic with you. Go over what we can do to fix it, and yeah. Make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. I respond to all my DMs. I make sure I'm active on there. So hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on YouTube. I'm definitely going to be there to support you. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely drop a subscribe. Definitely subscribe. And yeah, I'm here for you boys. Let's rock it out. We're almost there to 600 subscribers. Let's crush it, boys. 1,000 on the way, boys. Let's go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.